Aren't you all ready for Western United, which would be a tough assignment at the moment?
Look, it's a tough assignment because they've had a really good first half of the season, but we haven't played for a number of weeks now, so we've got a lot of energy that we're ready to put out into a really strong performance. So it's exciting for us.
Hannah Blake, your new signing, will she feature?
Yeah, Hannah's come in. She joined us after a national team camp with New Zealand when they had their fixtures against the US. She's in good shape. She's looked very good at training, and she'll be a part of the squad this week.
Okay. And is there any thought that, if you need her for 90 minutes plus?
Look, we'll be tactical with how we utilise her. She's got some strengths, that will help the team. And we'll just be mindful of when we include her into the game.
I guess for any new player coming in, we don't know much about them. Is she one that could take the competition by storm? Does she need a slower build? What can you tell us about that?
Look, ultimately, when you look for players outside of the window, you've got to really make sure that you're aware of what's coming through and what you're getting. Hannah, it worked out sliding doors, so to speak. She had just graduated from Michigan. And then, as I said, she was in the national team setup in camp, and got wind that she was available as a free agent, and we needed a replacement for Riley. Now, she's not a like for like with Riley. Riley was very direct and a goal scoring threat. Hannah brings other attributes. She's got a nice disguise in her 1v1 ability. She's got a very nice finishing quality. So she's going to add quality to the group. It's just in a different way to which Riley did.
Another Hannah with Western United, how do you go about preventing her from scoring?
She's done very well, and we've got to make sure that we manage her accordingly. Her key strengths are her physical ability to protect the ball, and also her ability to get in beyond lines. So we have to manage that, and I believe Kim Carroll and Liz Anton did a really good job in managing her for a long period of the game when we played them here at home. So we're going to use that as confidence, and then it's just about nullifying some of the other threats as well.
And halfway point of the season for yourself, what's the mentality, the mindset heading as we turn for home?
Yeah, well, we're not exactly where we want to be at this point in time, and we have games in hand, and we're very clear on what the schedule looks like going forward for the rest of the season. And I've really stressed the idea that each game we're playing to get points. We're playing and we're going all into every game. We don't want to walk away with what ifs or buts. It's just making sure that we view it almost as a final in itself. And we need to step up a gear as well, and we're ready to do that. And the team's looked very, very strong after the couple of weeks of just strong training.
A few people were surprised that Chloe Lagazo missed out on the Matilda squad. Do you expect her to come out with a bit of a point to prove if she plays, and are you quite wary about that?
She's another top quality player, and I think when she's fit and at her best, obviously she's in the Matilda squad. I wouldn't know much as to why that decision was made, but we're going to expect that she's playing this week, and I'd imagine that disappointment will give her something to play for.
And you guys almost had Western when you had them over here. How much does that result still?
And I think the results that they've had since then as well show that was a really good performance from us. We went up twice against them, and to walk away with nothing in a home fixture is something that's still a sour point for me. So we're going to take confidence from that. Again, we didn't get the result that we wanted, but the performance which we put out that day is good enough to compete with the team that's at the top. I think, as I said, not playing for the last few weeks, we've got a lot of positive energy and enthusiasm, and we can just unleash that.
And they played in some pretty extreme heat last week. To expect that?
It's the heat we play in every week, and it's the heat we train in. And I think there's a lot being said at the moment about playing in the heat, but it might be uncommon for the East Coast, but it's common for us. So if they're going to take into consideration these concerns for 3 p.m. kickoffs, I hope they're doing the same for the 4 p.m. kickoffs in West Australia.
That game against Victory, you had both Ella and what was her name? Who's out at the moment. So you got your two key players are missing from this game. How much of an impact is that going to have on your game plan going forward?
Yeah, when you lose Ella and Riley, they're two core players, and they were two big recruits in the off season. and they bring a level of experience, especially in those defining moments where you need that experience to really shine through. However, in saying that, what I've seen in the last few weeks is that players have acknowledged that whilst they've been out and potentially out of action for the upcoming fixtures, in Ella's case at least, only in a short term, players have stepped up. They've really stepped up, and Ella's been able to provide her quality and leadership through the training, not just so much in the game, which is when she normally shines. And yeah, we have to ensure that whilst we acknowledge that they're not there, there's opportunity for players to put their hand up and add value to what we're doing.
And Claudia Mihocic,
Yep.
pardon the pronunciation, what's the story there? She's not appeared on any team sheet
Yeah.
so far. Is she injured? Is she out for the season, or what's going on?
So Claudia joined us in pre-season off a pretty significant injury during the winter season in NPL. And we took over the back end of that rehab, and it had gone a little bit longer than we anticipated and that she had anticipated, and we're still working with her to get her back up to where she needs to be. And she's very, very close. It's about her feeling mentally comfortable as well to go into the physical capacity of what a game, entails. And I'd imagine that she'll be in and around the mix soon.
Alex, given the way you guys finished last season, came home with a wet sail in the second half of the season, is there a confidence that you guys can do that again in terms of the finals race? And does the extended season give you guys a bit of extra chance as well?
It gives us an extra chance, yeah, 100%. We just have to take it. So we know that there is the potential for that really strong run in home, and it's something that I'm pushing, but we do have to, at the end of the day, deliver. And we need to do it consistently and as often as possible over the run in home. So I don't want to put a ceiling on what we can achieve for the second half of what's remaining, but we need to be accountable and make sure we action that.